Let's look at this. Okay, I'm coming in hot again.
Uh-oh.
Last week, we got a lot of positive feedback from last week.
Is that right?
Yes. They want us
Did
to
we?
fight more.
Oh, is that what it is?
They want us
Did
to
we
have
fight
like a
last
feud.
week?
Well, we had that thing. I told the story about how I actually. Don't you have your lightsaber with you? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's
Just shine that right in my
I've got
eye.
to bring it back to the office. I left it in my coat pocket, and I thought, well, I can't take it home and forget it. So
People kept laughing. Because last week when you thought that I wasn't going to give you the podium,
yeah,
and then they
yeah.
thought anyway. People thought that was
that was a hoot.
that was funny. Yeah,
Well, I did. I really thought you were pulling, but then yesterday
Yes.
you go one better when you come. I don't have it with me now, but I'm handing out. I'm passing out Daniel bingo cards.
Oh, my word.
I'm walking out. That's the first thing. It goes, hey, you're handing out Daniel bingo cards.
That's the first
He's
thing
been
I
through
said.
the whole congregation telling everybody that.
Well, when I showed it to you, you didn't even remember that you made it. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
did.
glad we got
no,
this.
I forgot that. Yesterday I had to go out and get one.
It was helpful. I listen. It was really helpful. I looked at it. And I'm like, this is a lot of helpful information. The people need to know that. It just happens to coincidentally look like a bingo card, and and the free space in the middle was the abomination of desolation. I was like, Pastor, this is
golly.
hilarious. But they needed that. You were going so fast through things. You got your laser pointer out. You're going through the history.
I'm going to need one a week from this Sunday too, because I've got to do the last part of Daniel chapter 9 next week. Not next week. Not this coming Sunday. This coming Sunday is going to be on prayer.
Oh.
I've decided to divide chapter 9 into half and see if I can't do it shorter. So I'm going to divide it in half, and the second part is dealing with the 70 weeks. And 70 weeks have been decreed for your people, your holy city, to finish the transgression, to make an end of sin, to make atonement for iniquity, to bring an everlasting. He goes through all of this. After 62 weeks, the Messiah, until Messiah the Prince, there will be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. So that's 68, right? And there will be 7 weeks and 62 weeks, and it will be built again. So I've got to do a thing on the math.
You've got to do some math
to help people, because it can be so confusing. And the reason
We're going into a new month, so you have another round of credits to work with.
You have more.
You've used up all your credits for the year.
You've used all of your creative team credits.
That
I didn't
is
even
so
know we were
funny.
on the credit system. This is news to me.
It's
I
new,
know.
yeah.
Well,
It's new. It's been instated because of this in particular.
okay.
So there's lots of math involved, and am I correct in saying that if they do the math correctly, they will be able to pinpoint the date of the second coming? That's what you're showing them, right?
No, that's not it right at all. I tell you, this is, after I keep reading and reading and reading and reading from all of these commentaries and these guys, that this chapter in Daniel is perhaps the greatest chapter of prophecy, because it just about pinpoints from the time of Daniel to when Jesus presents himself to the city of Jerusalem on what we call Palm Sunday.
Are you talking about 8 or 9?
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9. Okay,
Yes.
So that's what you're going to get into.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Because we got to go back. We got to recap chapter 8. you know?
Yeah.
This is
so
your
I've already gone ahead 2 weeks.
Yes. You're in the future.
Yeah,
You're-
I'm doing the Daniel
prophesying
thing.
what your
I am
sermon is
doing
going to
to
be.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
In 5 weeks minus 3 weeks, you will be preaching.
That's the difficult
5
thing.
weeks less 3, he shall be preachingeth.
So, anyway, that's where we're headed. This week is Daniel's prayer, which is one of the greatest prayers
It's
in the
awesome.
Old Testament. And we'll wait. I've been up since 4:30 studying
I like this. We get
Looking
the
at
we
the-
get the preview, we get the pre-cap, and then afterwards we get the recap. I need to make sure I ask you though about a couple because there were two things in particular yesterday
Okay.
where you said I've got this but I don't have time to tell you about it,
Oh,
and I wanted to
okay.
ask you about those if you can freestyle on them. Do you think
Okay.
you can
Well,
freestyle?
I'll see. I know one that you're going to mention, and I'm trying desperately to find the passage.
Do you want me to fill for a second? I could tell some of those
Why don't
jokes
you
I know.
freestyle?
Why you want me to freestyle?
Freestyle.
let me-
We're going to be swimming here.
Let me
in a
tell
few
you
minutes.
about. I was about to start and
We're going to
was
get
about to
into the
start and they cut
baptistry
me off.
and begin. We'll do the butterfly first.
Oh,
and then
that
we'll
kind
do,
of freestyle.
And then we'll do the freestyle, and then the backstroke. So,
Get
I
in,
don't- I
get in
don't-
Chat GPT and let's get a rap about Daniel going. That sort of thing. That's what we need to do. Are you going to do that right now?
listen,
you're gonna
no,
search
listen,
about this.
Deborah.
Okay.
I'm searching something for this.
Never
I'm not
called me-
reading emails.
You've never called
So,
me Deborah before.
No, I just want her to know because
Oh,
she
okay.
will fuss about me being on this phone in the middle
Okay.
of this.
Jared, just fast forward through all this. Jared, fast forward through all this while we're. This is not.
Yeah,
gonna-
let me just. You know what? Go ahead. Forget it. Oh man, you're gonna blind yourself. That's what we need for you just to go to be one eye Kirkwood up
Well,
here.
that's going to be my name in prison, I think, because you almost had me arrested yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
That was really something.
I would have given anything if one of those
They
guys
cuffed
had
me or something?
turned you around and cuffed you. That would have been so funny. Oh gosh, that was really nice of this church to do that.
Man, that was a great moment
I
with
just
the officers.
thought that was one officer's been here 3 years,
came in
one's
on
been
both services.
18 years, and one's been here 20 years.
Yes, that was
and 8
Alan,
months.
yeah. Yeah, and that was really. I know they didn't want to come on stage. You know,
I was shocked that they did
yeah, it was awesome. They
because
came
we had
up.
planned all kind of ways to trick them and
Yeah, it's tough to pull the wool over their eyes.
shoot a gun off in the auditorium and
We
then watch
thought
them
about
come
that.
rushing in.
Yeah.
and-
We actually said that because the officers are very humble. They really
They
don't
are.
want to be pointed
They
out.
don't want- no.
And so we had this scheme. Well, maybe we can force them to come in if
Yeah.
somebody just shoots a gun off in the audit. You know, we can get them.
Somebody
to come
go
in.
out the door and scream,
Surprise! You know,
"Emergency,
it was just a
emergency."
blank. Go out and scream emergency.
Yeah,
blow a
we
whistle.
were trying to figure out how can we get these guys in there because they told us and told us we don't want to do that. We don't want to be out
Yeah.
in front of anybody. We don't. So
And Pastor was so excited when they came on stage. He said,
I was
"Finally,
shocked.
would you turn around and finally arrest Kirkwood, please?"
Yeah,
That's what he
please.
said.
Just I've called you in
I'm
here
standing
today.
back there. I almost started to run, but that would have been too distracting. So I didn't. But that was a really good move. So thanks to Sherry Dunn and thanks to Dave
Yes.
Montgomery for
Yeah, yeah.
and
Doing
Joanna
that.
made those cards. We didn't actually get to show the cards on stage. Did you see the cards though?
No.
Because Joanna made them. They're these huge greeting cards that say thank you, and all the kids that are in the children's department signed them.
Hey, now wasn't that because I made the comment again to Debbie
Yeah.
last night? We have 3 security guards here.
Right.
One stands at one side of the children.
Yes.
One stands at the other side. How bad are these kids?
I'm telling you, man.
That we have to hire 2 policemen every week to just guard the children down there.
I have 5 of those kids, and let me tell you, it's money well spent.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Money well spent.
The secret of why 2 police have to watch those.
This is why I tithe. Will you guys just please have some law
Contain 'em.
enforcement down there?
Yeah.
For Pete's sake.
Oh gosh.
So, wow, well, we've covered everything. I guess we could close up early, right? We talked about the officers and my potential arrest.
And next
that
week's
sort of-
sermon.
And next week's sermon.
Yeah.
So, we should talk about yesterday's sermon. Oh, silly me. Silly me. So I was going to talk, the 2 questions, and you can choose which one you want to answer because it
Okay.
seemed like you were scrambling. The one, you talked about how there was something about the prophecy on the siege of Tyre.
Yes.
That you said that's a fascinating story. And then the other one was the reason that Gabriel is the only named angel up until that point in the scriptures.
Yeah, you know, I said it in the other service. The reason why, you probably wonder why are we into chapter 8 of Daniel?
Right.
And I've got all of
Yeah.
this here. Why isn't Gabriel or an angel named before then?
That's a great
Now,
question.
my theory is
So this is a Mac Brunson
Yeah,
original.
this
Okay.
is, the Jews are in Babylonian captivity. It is the captivity that breaks them from idol worship. Because you can go from
Yes.
Daniel all the way back.
The golden
They,
calf.
they have been worshiping, they'll go astray and worship idols. Go astray and worship.
Yes.
And why wasn't an angel named before now? Most likely because they had such a penchant for idol worship that they would have begun to worship angels by name had that happened before this moment. Now that's just my theory on it, but this is the first time an angel is named, and it's the first time we see Gabriel by name.
To me, that's very reasonable. Just because you think about the times, I mean, you remember, of course, when they even saved the bronze serpent from Moses, and they started to worship that.
Yeah.
They named it too?
Yeah, Nehushtan.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
So, anyway,
I heard somebody talk.
they just had who was it that said that the heart is an idol factory? Was it Calvin?
Sounds about right, you know. Maybe it was your boy Piper. You love to quote him.
No. This is somebody old. Somebody
real old.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
somebody out
The
of.
heart
Is an idol factory. Was it Calvin?
Joanna's got those numbers on her desk. He said it in French though.
Yeah.
So whatever the French.
No.
Oh, that reminds me.
Le.
So yesterday, did you? Okay, I'm gonna come back to the siege of Tyre, but yesterday you started talking about the Maccabean revolt,
Right.
Which was awesome. You know, you got Mattathias. He chops off the head of the one
Yeah.
priest, which my son was listening very intently to
Yeah.
that. He loved it.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
then with the backswing, he gets the Greek
I love
soldier.
that. Is that true, or you think that's a little bit of a legend?
I think no. It's probably reported accurately.
And that's what kicks off the Maccabean revolt.
It does.
And all I could think about was Handel's other famous oratorio, Judas Maccabeus.
Yeah.
Which, have
Yep.
we sung that together before?
No.
Because I was thinking about us saying, what is it, like, Judas shall set the captives free. Do you remember this? And lead them on to victory. You remember this
Is
part?
that right?
Yeah. Harm, ye brave. I thought that we sung this together.
No. I have never sung Judas Maccabeus.
What was the one that we sung together? There was something. I was hoping that we were going to have another opera moment.
I don't know. What did
Maybe
we
we
sing?
should bring in Andrew again just to fill some time. I don't know what to talk about now.
Well, I don't know what
We
that is.
sung-
Well, I'll tell you and I wish I could take you it's either Isaiah or Ezekiel. When the king of Tyre hears, there have been a number of major battles that Alexander the Great won on
Yes.
his way down the Mediterranean coast.
That map that you showed was unbelievable.
Yeah, it really is kind of fascinating. Anyway, he gets to Tyre, and by the time he gets there, there's nobody in Tyre because the king of Tyre prepared. There's a little island right off the coast of Tyre. It's just right out there. He had moved everything from Tyre to that island.
Yes. I
Did you
remember.
know that?
Yeah, I think you told me, but yes, I have
Well,
heard this
what
before.
the prophecy says that you will be scraped like a plate. You know how you scrape a plate off. Well, what happened was this: Alexander was not going to be defeated. He was not going to be outsmarted or outsmart, and he took and he just cleared the city. He just broke down the city and cleared it and threw it all into the sea, and he built a road out to the island because it declares that Tyre will be under the sea and that the fishermen will spread their nets over it. Well, now how is that going to happen? I guess global warming, But I've been to Tyre. I've been to Tyre, and
Oh, man.
it's interesting because I've seen fishermen out there fishing in this area. They built it, and so that's what it was. Tyre was thrown into the sea, and it made a pathway out there. It took him a year to do all of this, and he gets out there and he conquers, Tyre. the king of Tyre and all of that.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it is. And it is prophesied in Scripture as well.
I want to know, what in the world were they thinking just being out there for the year, watching him slowly build the bridge?
Well, they were trying as best they could to build their defenses, knowing that they were coming. They were trying to fire on them because they would load up these boats or these barges full of debris and go out and drop it, go out and drop it, go out and drop it. Which is interesting too, because just south of there, you come to Caesarea by the sea, and Herod built a one of the greatest ports in the ancient world at Caesarea. It was not a natural port, but he built it, and they built it with divers. Now, these guys had to hold air in their lungs, get down there, and they've got this certain mixture that when it mixes with water, it will eventually, it's kind of like concrete, it kind of hardens up. And so he built this entire port for ships to come in, and they say that next to Alexandria, it was the greatest port on the Mediterranean at one time. So these, we sometimes like to think, because we've done this, that we are the smartest people that have ever lived, and we forget how ingenious these ancient people were.
You remember what C.S. Lewis calls that? Chronological snobbery.
It's yeah. Well, I have forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Chronological snobbery.
The anachronistic belief that we are the greatest just because we're the newest.
Yeah. The latest.
That is fascinating. What books do you recommend on the life of Alexander the Great? You got any that you could rattle off?
No, the last one I read was on he and his father, and it just was not that good.
Oh, okay.
I really don't have any. I've got some that are on my. Once again, I'm looking up something for Kirkwood.
Yes. Thanks for not calling me Deborah this time.
I'm not.
Yes.
Sorry,
Miss Debbie.
I've got them on my Kindle here.
Thank you for watching, though, Miss Debbie. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, she watches every week.
Oh wow, I need to hold my tongue a lot more, though. Miss Debbie, how do you watch this every week with how he mercilessly makes fun of your dogs? That is just so unkind of him.
She knows the truth. She knows the honesty and the truth.
There was that one. It was the unicorn goat, and you're like, oh, how'd that get in there? That's one of Debbie's dogs. That was a good one.
I don't see it
all right, I've got a follow-up question about this now, and I have not read this. I've not read this in depth, so I might be in the wrong spot. But in Ezekiel 28. There is this prophecy against the king of Tyre.
Yeah, that's where he begins to talk honestly about, this is another picture of what I was saying yesterday, how apocalyptic literature will take a living historical figure and will compare it to
an eternal thing.
Yeah. So that's what's happening in Ezekiel chapter 28. He's talking, because you begin to read this, and all of a sudden you realize, well, he's not talking about a man. He's talking about
the adversary.
Yeah, an angel. He's talking about a fallen angel here. So, Son of man, take up the lamentation over the king of Tyre and say, you had the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect. So he uses the king of Tyre in a way to show us, in a human form, something much bigger than the king of Tyre.
Now you're stopping short of saying Satan. Is that because it's
Lucifer?
You.
And Isaiah 14 gives you the same thing. He does the same thing there.
I thought it was 12. I was flipping around.
It's
Isaiah 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So and I guess that's kind of important. That I was talking with my kids about that this past week. Just the things that we know and that we don't know about Satan, and a lot of it comes from those two prophetic chapters, Isaiah 14 and Ezekiel 28.
Yeah. Now there are liberal theologians that say, oh no, this doesn't have anything to do with that. This is the king. He's talking about the king of Tyre. Well, obviously he's not. Every precious stone was your covering. And then he goes through all of that. The gold, the workmanship of your settings and sockets. Well, the sockets of his shoulders and his legs and all, they were not hips. They were not made out of gold. He's talking about...
It's figurative language.
Yeah, it is. He's talking about, you were the anointed cherub.
These are the, I mean, what you're talking about is in the academic world, the difference between higher criticism and
Yes.
lower criticism.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Germans started the higher criticism back in the 19th century. It's called higher criticism because you're putting yourself higher than the text,
Bultmann,
and you're telling the text,
Hermann,
Schleiermacher,
Conselmann,
all of these
the
guys.
Boogermann.
Well said up until that point. And they put themselves higher than the text, and they tell the text what it means as opposed to the text clearly telling you. And that's ironically lower criticism, which is the humble way of approaching God's word, wherein you let God's word speak for itself.
Yes. Very good, Kirkwood. Very good.
I'm just here to interpret for you.
Has anybody got a treat I can give Kirkwood?
Pastor speaks prophetically. My last meal before I go to jail. Pastor speaks prophetically, so I'm just here to interpret. Pastor, see, everything Pastor has said is for 2 weeks in the future. But I today.
So you're the Gabriel of this.
The Gabriel.
You're giving
yes.
the interpretation
Don't you?
of all
Yes,
of it.
I've got the golden halo around my head, and I'm the. So actually, that was another question. Is Michael then the only other angel that's named in Scripture? We have Gabriel.
Yeah, just the two.
Yes, and then but Michael doesn't. He's not named till Revelation. Is that right? Or does it
No,
happen before? That?
No, it happens before.
Oh,
that.
okay. All right. Well, we'll have to. I'm see. I'm
Now you've got me thinking.
I'm
where is
sorry.
it
I hate
in,
it when I do this. I don't mean to do that to you.
He's mentioned in the Old Testament.
Okay, that's my bad.
So anyway,
Yeah.
those are the only two. Now you've got a lot of these others that through history have come out of legend or whatever. Israfel was one. I think Poe wrote about Israfel. Israfel was
yes.
supposedly this angel that had that he sang everything, that everything that he did. If I could dwell where Israfel hath dwelt, and he where I would not sing. He would not sing. So, whatever the rest, I can't remember.
Is that
anything
Poe?
else. Yeah, that's Poe.
Oh, okay.
Poe wrote that, and he was saying, here's Israfel who. Everything he does, he sings, but if he were in my position, he would have no song to sing. He was, everything is horrible in Poe's life. By the way, there's a new biography out on Poe.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there
Okay.
is. I just saw it the other day. I thought about getting it and reading it, but I thought it may be too much like my life. So.
Well, ooh, yikes! Very, very dark. So our excellent communications director has communicated with me, and she said that Michael is also in Daniel somewhere.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's in Jude. I forgot about that because it quotes
And
from
I think
Book
he's
of Enoch where he fights.
He may be in Zechariah as well.
Fights over the
I
body
don't
of
remember.
Moses.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what we need to do at some point? Because people keep talking to me about this. Everybody is so into the Book of Enoch these days. Everybody wants to talk about the mighty men in Genesis chapter 6. Everybody wants to know if the Nephilim came from angels taking wives, and is that for real? I don't want you don't need to comment on it right now. I'm just saying at some point on this sermon recap,
I just
Pastor
did that.
is going to definitively talk about it.
Corey and Claudia did a thing called
That's right.
Theological Thursday. Well, I thought they'd been doing it all summer with the middle and high school students, but they had not.
Everybody's talking about that. That's right. That Corey did talk, because you were preaching 1 Peter, the Spirit's in prison,
I
right?
did
Or is it
that
2
passage
Peter?
because he was saying something that he was going to do this fall with them, and I thought, well, you know what, I can take that passage. I had a great time with them. We were in there for like an hour and a half.
Wow.
And man, they were taking notes, and they had their Bibles, and they were, really sharp kids, and I can't remember, 25, 30 of them. And I just kind of did an in-depth study on 1 Peter chapter 3, I think it is. Here's my Daniel bingo card right there.
I'm sorry. I won't do that again.
And
I don't want
no,
to be
that's
disrespectful. That's no good.
That's fine. You just make fun of me all you want. Yeah, chapter 3,
Yeah.
where it says, "For Christ also died for sins once for all, the just for the unjust, so that he might." And I started going through and talking about them. You know, he died once for all, the just for the unjust. I started talking about them, about the penal,
Substitutionary.
the penal substitutionary atonement. I started talking to them about the doctrine of propitiation.
Oh, yeah.
These things. So as I was going through this, and why did you bring this up?
Because of the whole Nephilim, that there's the
Yeah.
theory that
Well,
those
I
are the
talked
spirits
to him
in
about
pris- in
that
prison. Yeah.
because who did he go to? And he made proclamation to the spirits now in prison.
Yeah.
And
That's-
I think he probably went to that part where those spirits, where those fallen angels are being held.
Right.
And that's who he was talking to, because Jude mentions this.
Yeah.
About the angels who did not keep their own domain but abandoned their proper abode. He is kept in eternal bonds under darkness for the judgment. Now, this is not all the angels, all the fallen angels. This was a certain group
Yes.
of fallen angels who did not keep their former estate, but they were involved in gross immorality. You know, they were involved in relationships with the daughters of men. And there are some that speculate that the offspring were the Nephilim.
Yeah, people reference Genesis chapter 6 when the Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward when the sons of God came into the daughters of mankind.
Yeah,
Sons
yeah.
of God referring to those fallen angels.
So evidently, God took those fallen angels and he confined them. I can't remember the Greek term for it, but there is like a deep, dark, special
Yes.
part of wherever
Yeah, whatever.
that they are kept in, and they are reserved for the day of judgment. He will have a special judgment for them in that day. But to go back to it, there are those who believe that the Nephilim are the offspring of these demons and
Yes.
these daughters of men.
It's hard for me to believe that, though.
Is it?
Do you know why?
No?
Because Jesus says that angels neither marry nor they're given in marriage.
Right.
Is there? Do you ever? I don't know what to
Well,
do with that.
what you're saying is that what you think that is saying is that they. Boy, how do you do this in front of
I
people?
know.
And-
We say that they don't have the physical means to reproduce.
Yes.
Yes. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Well, we don't know that.
Oh, okay.
And these demons could appear in human form.
Well, that's true. They can take human form.
They
So
can
what do
take
they
a
do
human
then?
form,
Man.
and
Golly.
they did something
Yeah.
that produced something,
Yeah.
and some people think that's the Nephilim. Well, they were all washed away in the
Wow.
flood. And then
Physically.
one of the questions, yes, and then one of the questions to me by one of our students was, well, what about Goliath?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was part of the Anakim.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think that the Anakim were descendants of the Nephilim. I think that was, Goliath had 4 brothers. There were 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that obviously was a genetic anomaly
Yeah.
in the Goliath family.
Right.
Not the only one, but they were the Anakim, and that's different than what you read about the Nephilim.
Yeah, that's in 2 Samuel 22 if you want to
Yeah.
read about Goliath's brothers.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the Shaquille O'Neal family. I guess you'd say. Or somebody. Yao Ming.
Yes.
I've had the opportunity to see Yao Ming play basketball.
did you really?
And he is just, that's what you look at him and you think, my stars.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that Goliath was 3 more feet taller than
It
this,
is
or
wild,
2
man.
more feet taller than this guy? And this guy looks wild
He's
enough.
already he makes-
So, you've got some people that genetically they grow bizarrely, So there you go. 6, how many? 7,
Well, I've got
6'8", 6'9",
just medically 6'6".
6'6".
But I've got my prescription insoles in now.
Oh.
So, Lord only knows how tall I am now.
And he's going to come out in his Kiss monster shoes
And I've got,
that will, platform shoes. You ought to do that one Sunday. Just come out with those platform like Kiss wore, you know, that are about like
This
that.
pastor's just trying
and
to
that
get
just
me-
puts you right up at 7
He's
feet.
trying to get me fired again.
No.
If I came out in platform,
Shoot you
Oh
up
my
7
gosh.
feet.
Is Kiss still around? The band?
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Y'all be careful.
Gene Simmons
Yes.
and the
I know. I'm sorry.
Exactly right.
I'm sorry, guys.
I forgot.
We're so-
We accidentally killed Ozzy last week.
Yeah, no, I
God
didn't have
rest his
anything
soul.
to do with that.
That was terrible.
It was kind of wild, wasn't it?
I didn't know what to do with that because at one minute I'm like, is he still alive? You're like, yeah. And the next day, people text me that he'd passed away.
He put the curse on him.
You're blaming this on me?
Yeah, I do. I'm blaming it on the worship
I thought it was our I thought it was our powers combined. Oh boy. Well, we should probably wrap it up there before we accidentally off anybody. We gotta be careful. I'm serious. I don't know.
Let's just be very intentional with what names we throw out.
We're being prophetic here. So, boy, if one of these guys bites the dust this week, we're going to be in trouble for sure. I'm telling you. And they could because they're all up in their what? They got to be up in
upper
their
70s, right?
Oh, easy up in their upper 70s.
For real. I don't know any. Does anyone know a name other than Gene Simmons
No,
from Kiss?
nobody knows anybody from
nobody.
Kiss but him.
I just know that there was the one guy that didn't talk at all.
Paul is 73, Gene is 75, Eric is 67.
Wow.
Oh,
Tommy
Eric.
Thayer just passed away.
Oh,
He did
within
not
the
just
last
pass
5
away.
minutes? He did. Within the last 5 minutes?
Breaking news! Oh my God. We're praying for all of Kiss to come to faith.
Yes.
Anything else that you need to tell the people about here, Pastor? This has
No.
been fun.
Yeah. No, nothing that I need to.
Okay. Well, we're heading off to all staff meeting. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Pastor's going to carry around his laser pointer. Are you going to shine that on Jeff during all staff meeting again?
You know, this is a military grade. You can shoot
I felt
this thing
that when
up
it
in
hit
the
my retina
up in
earlier.
the air. Man, this thing just
Hits the moon.
But you can't better not do it at a plane. Golly, you'll have
Military.
you'll have Bongino down on top of you in a
Oh boy, that's right. Yeah,
the
he's
blink of an eye.
scary. I wasn't scared of the old FBI director, but Bongino scares me. Say goodbye, Pastor.
goodbye, Pastor.